Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. If you're buying or selling a house or renting, you'll probably be interested in the next 5 minutes. Let's look at the numbers. New Hampshire median home sales price for August, statewide, $287,950. And look at the difference now in these two counties. Rockingham County, $380,000. Coos County, $111,950. What a difference. Now, New Hampshire median gross rent, $1,296 a month for a two-bedroom with utilities. That's a 19% increase in the past 5 years. And then this quote from Dean Christian, the Executive Director of the New Hampshire Housing Authority: the current market is showing a little bit of slowing in sales activity. And then this very interesting graphic: 44.2% of New Hampshire's millennials, those ages 18 to 34, were living with at least one relative in 2015, higher than the national average of 39.6. With me to talk about this and make some sense of it all is economist Russell Thibeault, President of Applied Economic Research. Welcome.
Good morning, Fred.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
The October 5th headline in the Union Leader, quoting the New Hampshire Housing Authority, said the New Hampshire's red-hot housing market may be cooling down. Is it?
Well, the numbers at this point aren't accelerating as fast as they used to be, so we could well be at a turning point. If you look at some of the data on home prices, the $285,000 median price that you showed is a substantial increase over the last several years. So good things don't last forever in terms of it being a seller's market.
Well, then there's inventory, and let's put this graphic up on the screen. This is August again, the last month for which we have numbers. This shows the month's supply of inventory. The yellow or gold color, yellow, is single-family homes from 2016, 17, and 18, and then the blue are condos, again, 16, 17, and 2018. Look at the trend. It's down. Sir.
Yeah, what it is this is saying that for single-family homes right now, there's barely a 4-month inventory of housing available.
Yeah.
In other words, we could sell everything out in 4 months. That's remarkably low. A normal inventory is 6 to 12 months. So it says it's still a seller's market here in New Hampshire. It's still, the inventory is thin. Sales activity may not be growing as fast as it had been, but it's because there's fewer things to buy out there.
But affordability is a key issue, is it not?
We're seeing some real stress in terms of affordability in the national markets, but you can see the data now saying things are slowing down. A little less so in New Hampshire. The main culprit in that is in part that small inventory, which means that sellers have more control over pricing.
Right.
But the thing that's really a little bit of major concern, not a little bit of, but rather a major concern, is interest rates.
Certainly for an economist.
Yeah, the interest rate now is close to 5% on a 30-year mortgage. We haven't seen that in a long time, and that has a pronounced effect on housing affordability if you combine it with rising prices. So we could be close to a turning point here where things are going to flatten out, or maybe even get a little softer in terms of the housing market.
That has a flavor of 2008.
Yeah, it's not quite as bad as 2008. Back then, remember, we were doing all these no-doc loans, these crazy loans where people would have a teaser rate of only 1% interest.
Yeah.
So we're not looking at that kind of a debacle in terms of the housing market. But if people are counting on, say, 6 to 10% appreciation going forward over the next couple of years,
yeah,
my advice would be careful.
Be careful. Okay, the rental market going up in price around New Hampshire. That comes from New Hampshire Housing Authority. Finance Authority shows the rent for a two-bedroom unit with utilities up 19% in just 5 years.
It puts a lot of stress on young households that can't afford to buy, but when they have a large amount of debt and then they're paying on average $1,300 a month to rent an apartment, it's hard to save enough money for a down payment. So the rental market has been strong. It never took a dip like the single-family home market did, but it's a point of extreme stress. The vacancy rate in a lot of markets is under 1%.
Wow, wow. Well, these are trends we're going to keep track of with you and with Dean Christian from New Hampshire Housing and Finance Authority. Thank you. Russ Thibeault, President of Applied Economic Research. And if you want to look at some of those numbers again, especially if you're buying or selling or renting, go to WMUR.com, click on menu up in the left-hand corner, and then click on local news, and then scroll down to New Hampshire's Business.